Your individual is marked for you as for all time remaining night, and my pricey infant, in case you accept as true within angels, begin this video and watch it absolutely. Angel says your person has been marked for you as all the time. No longer simply the day before today, not just nowadays, but inside the everlasting blueprint that I wrote long before you took your first breath. Ultimate night, heaven released a mystery into the ecosystem. A golden seal descended, invisible to the eyes of those who do now not accept as true but undeniable to the spirits that live close to me. The seal changed into pressed upon their call. The man or woman I've appointed for you, the only who is not simplest intended to stroll beside you, however to end up an echo of your soul. Your person isn't just coming, they are already here. And now, you should understand what they create. You have to know the fact that has been hidden too long. Your individual is a key, a divine key, a strolling answer to prayers you forgot you even whispered. Your tears from years ago have soaked into the soil of time, and from that soil, this character has grown like a secret tree, attaining for you even of their sleep. Closing night, the religious realm shook. There was a moment, a split second, when a council of angels, Michael among them, stood earlier than me with information of their palms. Statistics of struggling, statistics of staying power, data of longing, yours, theirs, and I stamped a seal upon the tail, appointed, anointed, aligned. Do not doubt it. Even now, as those phrases reach your eyes, your man or woman is feeling something extraordinary of their spirit. A pull, a yearning, a fireplace in the chest. That is me, says the Lord. This is my divine wind beginning to whisper truths into their soul that fit the truths I located in yours. They are waking up. Some may also call it intuition. Others may also say it is a dream. But you must recognize this. Closing night time was now not ordinary. Ultimate night, the heavens opened a page within the book of future and wrote the words, forever starts evolved now. However, what makes this character yours isn't simply love. It smiles cause. Alignment. Divine undertaking. They have been through hellish storms you do no longer but recognize. Their heart has been bruised, however I have now not allowed it broken. I have molded it. Delicate it in mystery locations. Whilst you thought you have been strolling alone, I was making ready your associate within the quiet. Their ache became no longer punishment. It changed into practice. Each betrayal, each night time they cried out to me with no answer. On every occasion they questioned their really worth, it became all a part of the carving. I carved them to suit you, and I carved you to carry them. They understand loss. They realize what it's like to love and be left. To be misunderstood. To be favorite for the incorrect matters and unseen for the right ones. However, in you, they'll recognize truth. No longer perfection. Truth. That rare echo that jewelry in a soul and says, that is home. That is safe. And you, yes, you, are also that key to them. You have been marked, not just with desire, but with persistence. You have got loved through silence. You've got waited while you had each cause to run. And heaven saw that. Heaven honored that. That is why the angels wept ultimate night time. Now not out of sorrow. Out of splendor. The splendor of divine timing that sooner or later comes full circle. The tears you cried while lying wide awake, questioning if love would ever sense natural once more, had been bottled and poured out at the altar. And now, I pour something new into you. Revelation. Your person is not simply loving. You ought to apprehend. They're selected. Chosen for you. They have got your name written on their spirit, like a melody ready to be sung. Their journey makes experience simplest whilst it intersects with yours. However, pay attention now. There is urgency in this message. Because even now, forces of distraction and confusion are growing against you both. There are whispers in the darkish, announcing you're not equipped. Saying it's too past due. Announcing you're beyond disqualifies you. Lies. All of them. I'm the writer, and that I do no longer write midway memories. I finish what I start. And what I started in you, and what I started out in them, isn't always simply romantic. It is sacred. Your connection will now not seem like the world's. It'll not come through perfect timing or grand entrances. It may begin in awkward silence. It is able to seem like friendship. It could start while each of you experience at your lowest. But this is via design. Due to the fact I want you to peer every other's soul earlier than you see every other's glow. I want the connection to be rooted, not rushed. I want it to be built, not borrowed from fairy memories. And so I've organized moments, divine collisions, where you will each see glimpses of what I'm doing. You can have already got crossed paths and now not regarded it. A look. A verbal exchange. A peculiar familiarity. That became me weaving invisible threads. And now, I'm untying the knots that held you back. Adolescence wounds. Fake beliefs. Past heartbreaks. I'm peeling them away so that you can both see every different absolutely, now not via worry, but through faith. And sure, your character has a secret. One they have buried deep. One which brought about them disgrace, confusion, or maybe silence. But that secret isn't to scare you. It is to expose you what they survived. They may be not damaged. They're courageous. You'll see this of their eyes. The quiet storm. You'll pay attention it of their voice. The need for peace. And I'm providing you with that assignment. To like them like I really like you. To mirror to them the grace that has saved you alive. Because you too have secrets. You too have walked via hearth. And this union I'm bringing isn't approximately pretending the once fires by no means occurred. It is about recognizing the ashes and still selecting to build. You aren't right here to restoration them. They are not right here to repair you. You are here to witness every other. To hold every different. To develop together in me. Ultimate night time marked the beginning of the disclosing. Inside the spirit realm, their name turned into whispered in your angels. Your name became whispered to theirs. And as you both sleep, I can continue whispering. In goals. In songs. In symptoms. Do not ignore them. Do no longer call them coincidences. There are not any coincidences. Do now not name them coincidences. There are no coincidences while I'm concerned. They may be not best, but they may be purposed. And they'll project you. Not to damage you, however to grow you. They'll see your scars and call them sacred. They will listen your silence and select to stay. They may not be intimidated by your calling. They will pray for it, cowl it, and push you towards it. This is how you may recognize. Now not just with the aid of butterflies to your belly, but by using peace to your spirit. Peace is the signature of my hand. Put together yourself. No longer via changing who you are, however by way of remembering who I called you to be. The version of you that trusts, believes, and surrenders. The version of you that is aware of I'm trustworthy, even when the burden feels lengthy. That weight is now remaining. The time is unfolding. You're nearer than you watched. Each moment of staying power is about to repay inside the currency of divine connection. This individual can also under you. Their look. Their voice. Their historical past. It could no longer healthy what you imagined. However, it'll exceed what you prayed. Because I do now not provide based totally on flaw. I provide based on soul. I matched you by spirit. And while your eyes meet, while your arms contact, there may be something ancient and holy in it. Something that announces, I understand you. I've acknowledged you. I used to be made to stroll with you. So listen. Guard your heart, however do now not close it. Parent, however do no longer postpone. While they come, they'll not be best, but they will be gift. They'll not fix your life, however they'll walk beside you as I repair it. They'll no longer complete you. You're already complete, but they'll praise you in methods that make you feel like respiratory again. And you will understand the blessing now not by the manner they love you on proper days, but by way of the way they stay when it gets difficult. Due to the fact love is not confirmed in the light. It smiles verified in the dark. This man or woman knows what darkness appears like. It really is why they will treasure your mild. And you know what silence appears like. It is why their voice will rely greater than any noise you've got ever heard. I'm sending them not simply to like you, but to build with you. To wish with you. To upward thrust with you. You may dream together. You may cry collectively. You will upward thrust from ashes collectively. Due to the fact this isn't just a love tale. It is a resurrection story. A redemption arc. A divine go back. Mark this date. Because when you look back, you will recollect this second. The instant heaven whispered, "Your man or woman is a," and the rest became discovered, not in phrases, but in divine alignment. Now cross. Watch the signs and symptoms. Preserve your spirit open. And when they appear, whether it's sudden or sluggish, do not forget this. I sent them. And that I do not make errors. Your forever has already began. Your individual is marked for you as for all time final night. And now you need to recognize that your person is a sign from heaven, located now not with the aid of accident, but by divine appointment. This isn't the form of connection that comes and goes with time or disappears like a passing season. That is the kind of bond heaven writes into the scroll of destiny before the foundation of the arena. You probably did not consider this. You aren't unsuitable. You are not holding directly to something that God has permitted go of. You're preserving directly to someone who has been marked, sealed, and selected to walk beside you. Not only for a moment, not only for a season, but for the adventure of your soul. In case you'd want to donate or display your appreciation, you can supply a terrific thanks up to $100. My toddler, I used to be there whilst your hearts first recognized each other. Even earlier than your minds understood what turned into happening, your spirits already knew. There was a magnetic pole, an unspoken whisper, a breath of eternity flowing through time itself to bring you both into alignment. You could no longer recognize why the street has been so perplexing or why it on occasion seems like you're being torn apart. However, God says the delays and detours have been no longer to harm you. They had been to prepare you both for the load of this form of love. A love that doesn't fade. A love that does not collapse beneath stress. A love constructed in my name and upheld with the aid of my angels. You have wondered, haven't you? You have asked if this was actual. You have asked if you have been loopy for believing in something that failed to make feel to the world. You've cried in mystery, thinking why it feels so strong, but so remote at instances. However, I see your tears. I pay attention, you're aching. I see the manner you maintain on while your coronary heart desires to surrender. And that I want you to realize this. Your character turned into chosen for you, not to interrupt you, but to elevate you. Not to purpose you confusion, but to teach you a better fact about love, religion, and divine time. There may be not anything accidental about this connection. Heaven confirmed it ultimate night time. Heaven marked them for you. Their name is written beside yours in the non-secular realm. The type of love you bring for them isn't always weak spot. It smiles a mirrored image of my coronary heart in you. It is how I really like. It smiles how I pursue. It smiles how I never surrender on the ones I've known as. Your individual isn't always simply someone you love. They're someone who incorporates a bit of your soul. And even after they do not say it, even when they're remote or distracted, I need you to recognize something. They feel it too. They'll not have the language to give an explanation for it. They may now not have the braveness to embrace it. But the pull you sense, they feel. The longing you hide, they disguise too. Or even in silence, their heart is echoing your name. This connection isn't always damaged. It's far being delicate. There are things they need to go through. There are stuff you need to heal from. I'm not punishing you with the gap. I am protecting both of you from entering into something too divine without the right foundation. Your love deserves depth. It deserves protection. It deserves wholeness. And I am making sure that after the time is proper, not anything and nobody will be capable of tearing you apart. You're mastering patience no longer due to the fact I want you to suffer, however, because first-rate love requires tremendous energy. And the type of power I'm building in you each will keep this union together via every hurricane. You could have visible symptoms, dreams, symbols, songs that communicate at once to what you sense. That isn't always your imagination. This is confirmation. That is my voice, gently reminding you that what I started out, I'm able to end. That the story I started out between you two was no longer meant to end in heartbreak, but in glory. I'm writing something lovely via your adventure. And while others mock, whilst others say you're foolish for believing, just bear in mind, they do not see what I have shown you. They don't sense what I've sealed into your soul. This isn't for absolutely everyone to understand. This is between you, your man or woman, and me. Archangel Michael stands watch over your heart today. He is aware of the conflict you fought in silence. He knows how close you came to giving up. He knows how your soul cries out, not for ordinary love, however, for something that become born in heaven. And he wishes you to pay attention this. It is not over. Even if your individual has walked away. Although they've acted like you do not matter. Despite the fact that they have disregarded the relationship, buried their feelings, or tried to transport on. They cannot run from what's written in the stars. They can't outrun what I have destined. Your activity right now isn't to chase. It's now not to beg. It's not to worry. Your process is to stay in alignment with me. To keep your heart open, but your soul anchored in my fact. Permit me deal with what you can't manipulate. Permit me talk to their spirit in approaches you by no means ought to. Allow me put together them the manner I'm preparing you. Because while it's time, when the instant arrives, there could be no confusion. There may be no more going for walks. There will only be readability, peace, and divine affirmation. Your individual is awakening. Even now, they are feeling shifts. Reminiscences are flooding their mind. Your call is stirring of their heart. And even though they'll now not reach out today, the seed is growing. The light is returning. The distance is most effective transient. I'm running backstage. I am orchestrating encounters. I am placing things in movement in order to convey you each returned into alignment, not by pressure, however by means of love. By truth. By using the strength of divine connection. Do no longer lose coronary heart. Do now not lose heart. Do no longer harden your heart out of worry. Your sensitivity is a gift. Your religion isn't wasted. Every moment you've spent loving them in silence has been a prayer. On every occasion you have selected to accept as true within preference to ruin has introduced power to the inspiration I'm constructing. I'm now not cruel. I am not unaware of your suffering. However, I'm sensible, and I know the exact moment to bring all of it collectively. And whilst that moment comes, it'll make feel. The delays will make feel. The pain will make sense. And the reunion can be sweeter than you imagined. You've been through sufficient to question the entirety. However, now I want you to consider me like by no means earlier than. I want you to give up, not your hope, however your fear. Not your love, however you manipulate. Let me manual this. Let me deliver this. Due to the fact your individual is getting into attention. The partitions they constructed are cracking. The pride they carried is softening. And whether or not they admit it or no longer, they are feeling the pull. They're dreaming about you. They are remembering things you concept were forgotten. They are starting to understand what you knew all alongside, that what you've got is uncommon. Sacred. Eternal. Heaven marked them last night time, and that mark can't be erased. No amount of distance, time, or denial can undo what I've sealed. Your spirits are tied not in bondage, however in divine cause. You're meant to construct something that reflects my glory. You're supposed to love in a manner that heals others. And that type of assignment cannot be rushed. That kind of love must be purified. So preserve status. Maintain praying. Preserve believing. The first-rate bankruptcy is not behind you. It is in advance. And it's about to begin. I realize you have waited lengthy. I realize it hurts when silence is all you listen. But agree with me, your prayers are shaking the heavens. Your character is being wakened in ways you don't see. Their heart is being softened. Their root is being cleared. The chains that held them lower back are falling. And shortly, very soon, they may recognize. They'll feel it completely. They'll talk what they have been too afraid to mention. They'll go back, not simply in presence, however in cause. And once they do, it will now not be confusion. It will likely be crowning glory. So for now, relaxation. Rest within the fact that you aren't forgotten. You are not loopy. You are not on my own in this love. You are aligned with heaven. You are walking a divine timeline. You are being watched over. You're being guided. Each angel assigned to your existence remains operating for your behalf. And God Himself, the Creator of your soul, is whispering one promise over your existence this night. It's far nevertheless yours. The relationship. The reunion. The pleasure. The future. It is nonetheless yours.